Peace and blessings. Praise Allah. Don't be a fucking weirdo. Alright, man. So, I'm gonna keep it 100. Hold on, let me sit down. I'm gonna keep it 100, man. As I sit back and go through this journey in life, this journey of understanding, the journey of recognizing, and just the journey of, simply just trying to be a better me. Simple. Trying to be better for the world so I can give off better energy to the world. So hopefully that energy will allow other people to want to be better as well. But that's one thing I must admit. I must admit it's something that I must take 100% full accountability for. I said for the longest time that everything deserves respect, right? Respect is everything. I used to always say everybody deserves respect. I'm taking that back. There's a lot of weirdo shit that's obviously been going on in the world way before many of us probably been here, and unfortunately there may be a possibility that it may happen way after we're gone. I don't want that to be the case. It doesn't need to be the case. It shouldn't be the case, honestly. You know why I say that? Because we live in a world right now where weirdo shit is being normalized. For example, if you've been paying attention to the news and you see some of the agendas that's been trying to be pushed, you would know that they're trying to make pedophilia. They're trying to make pedophilia almost they're trying to normalize it. Like it's a sickness, like it's a disease. Like people can't help not wanting to interact with little girls and little boys. Not a sickness. You're just a fucking weirdo. There's nothing sick about that. You're just a bad person. And that's not something that we should be continuously trying to normalize. I think we as people, man, we need to gather up together, gather up the information we need to get together and literally start supporting one another, man. Because it is crazy out here. You look at the world, you see all the different situations and all the scenarios that's occurring right now. People are building enterprises. They're building empires based off weirdo behavior and weirdo substance. And they just walking around with it like it's not a problem. And we are normalizing it. And I say we because we all play a certain role in it. Because if you're living in this earth, if you living in this universe, you play a significant role on how the universe rotates by your energies and by your actions. We have to stop normalizing weirdo shit. We have a lot of us, especially I guess in my age demographic, one of the main things we always said growing up was, well, this is the way things has always been. Just because something has always been a certain way does not mean it has to continue to be that way. I strongly believe that. Because first and foremost, I don't give a damn what this used to do. That person used to do that. This place used to do that. This group used to do that. If it's not something that intertwines with your spirit, if it's not something that intertwines with the way that you are as an individual, if it's not something that makes you comfortable, then you have no obligations to be to basically partake in whatever situation it is. You have no obligation. You have no obligation at all. You don't have no obligation to do anything you don't want to do. And we use the excuses a lot of times, and for years and years. The only reason why I keep saying that because it keep occurring. We have continuously for generations used excuses. Oh, That's how it's either that's how the game plays. So you just gotta play. You just gotta play the game like that. Oh, you could just switch the fucking game. Well, I look at it. If I'm sitting there playing spades, boom, 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 and I see the way the dealer is dealing is the way he utilizing for him to continue or his teammate to get the upper hand. Why I'm gonna keep playing with them cards? Man, fuck that game. I'm gonna play another game. Where Connect Four at? Where Scrabble at? Where chess? Where checkers? But by just sitting there and allowing the situation to happen, we are basically, in more ways than one, saying it's okay. It's all right. I just deal with it. We don't have to just continuously deal with shit, man. So we need to stop normalizing weird shit and supporting weird shit and basically assisting pushing the agendas of motherfuckers who participate in weird shit and build our own shit collectively. One of my key words I always said is honor, man. Honor. Anything that's done in honor is something that can be, respected. But there's just certain things in life that you cannot make honorable. In my opinion, rape is never honorable. There's nothing you can justify to me or justify to anybody with any sense of normalcy. Like, oh man, I raped this person because they made me mad. Raped the person. That shit sounds stupid. Like, it sounds ridiculous. But you got people looking at the news trying to justify it. Type keyword justifiable rape. How is rape ever justifiable? But we got motherfuckers in this world who really believe that. It's crazy. That is my point about normalizing weirdos. Like, let's not be weirdos. I don't give a damn how long the game has been playing the way it's been played. I ain't about to play certain games. It ain't happening. Me personally, just my dignity, my morale, my integrity won't allow me to play certain games within this world. I do not care what the consequences may be for it. I mean, maybe I'm just alone in that. Praise be to Allah. I'm so happy that I am. Because certain shit, man, it's not what that is. And I look back and I'm looking at the world, you're looking at the way they are. Basically, we're allowing procrastinations to be done, and we're allowing for our attentions to be so quickly distracted that we allow a lot of things to continuously happen underneath our noses, but it's right in front of our eyes at the same time. And it's something that's been occurring for years and years and years, man. It's not occurring because we lack the knowledge. It's occurring because we have normalized it. We have normalized it. We are used to it. We are used to getting the short hand of the stick. Even though we can very well know that, hey, I'm a main reason why this situation or this situation or this situation is accumulating whatever assets, whether it's revenue, whether it's something, reputation, anything with substance. We would literally sit there and know our value, but still choose to take less than 10% of what we're worth. And we just accept it. We literally just sit here and accept anything but normalize weirdo shit. You got some weird people in this world. And that's not even the crazy part. The bad part is we got weird people in power in this world that we're not researching, that we're not checking backgrounds on, that we're not even paying no more attention than whatever a speech that they may put in front of us. They sound good, so they must be good. You ever heard the saying, everything that glitters ain't gold? All money not good money? Same scenario. Just because something looks good doesn't mean it is good. You gotta look inside the core. Now, I like to believe, me being the age that I'm at, and a lot of people being at the age that they at, that's around, you know, my generation or older, has bypassed the shallow stages. When I say shallow stages, the shallow stages is when you see something and automatically, if it's something that appeals to you by the eye, that you automatically put 100% trust in it, or you automatically willing to basically put whatever type of substance into it based off the looks. I don't think, hopefully that's not the case, but just in case it is, what you don't know, you don't know. But shadow thinking is one of the reasons why we are in a lot of positions that we are in. And this is not a black thing, this is not a white thing, this is not a Mexican thing, this is not a Hispanic, it's not an Asian, it's not none of that. It's simply righteousness and weirdo shit. And I stand on the side of righteousness all the time, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days in a year, 366 days in a leap year. Righteousness, man. And right now, the Weirdos winning. The Weirdos have been winning for centuries, honestly. They've been winning for generations and generations. I mean, it's going to have to come to a point to where righteousness going to have to win. Like, honor has to win. We have to stop the normalizing this shit, man. And the more and more I'm looking at the world, and the more and more I travel through the world, the more and more I speak with different individuals, different people from different backgrounds, hearing their stories, seeing how their stories correlate with my story, seeing how this situation, hey man, I was part of that situation. Damn, you know, just, it's a circle, right? One thing I always did say is that we all are connected. We are all connected, but we are all not the same. We are nowhere near the same. Trust me. Because I don't think as the same way as some of these goddamn weirdos be thinking, man. We are not the same. And the one thing we don't have to do is make ourselves believe that we are the same in order to try to help and get ahead or stay at the same table. I don't want to be at the same table with no weirdo motherfuckers. I'm going to be real with you. Like, I don't want to be at your table. You know what I'm saying? You look back at the history, and we're looking back at a lot of things that's happening, and why would I want to share a table with, like, it's like the slave owners and the slave. If you're a slave, you don't want to share no table with no slave owner. That motherfucker has shown you that their principles do not align up with your principles. So why would I want to stand at the same table with you? I want to move your fucking table outside. It's just, it's real shit out here, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. You know what? It's not crazy. It's weird. Like, that is the main thing. It's just weird, man. But, I don't know, man. Support each other, man. The righteous motherfuckers need to start supporting the righteous motherfuckers. And these weirdo shit, we need to leave these weirdos alone, man. We need to send these weirdos somewhere in a cave and just lock the door and just tell them to stay there, man. Because, nah, baby, you can't be doing this. You cannot be doing this. But, I mean, it is what it is, though. Well, let me not say that. You know what? That's another reason why the situation keep happening. See, I gotta check myself sometimes too. That it is what it is shit. Nah, I don't want to hear it is what it is. I want to hear how we gonna change it and how we gonna make it different. It don't have to be it is what it is. It can be it is what that's what it used to be. That's what it used to be. Fuck that is what it is shit. Because what it is, it ain't helping. What it is, it ain't beneficial. What it is not honorable. Like, I live by the code of honor. And I think everybody should live by that code. Whatever what you do, it don't matter even what your nationality is. It don't matter what your orientation is. It beliefs is. It don't matter what anything is. As long as you do it with honor and you are honorable, making honorable decisions, man, that's when shit it's gonna be respected. It's gonna be saluted. This shit that this world that we living in, and the normalization that we have allowed for people to do in this world, to the point to where people are actually walking up in front of millions of people confidently trying to convince them that rape can be justifiable, that pedophilia can be justifiable. Think about that shit. Imagine a motherfucker walking up to you, say you have a 5 or 6 year old son or daughter. Imagine a motherfucker walking up to you and say, hey man, your daughter is fine. Your son is sexy. Can I take him in a room by myself? How does that sound normal? But we got motherfuckers in position of power. Politicians, governors, public servants, private sectors. They're walking around researching, trying to find ways to where they can convince people that, hey, this is alright. Yeah, he did, he or she raped that, but it's alright, dude. Nah, bitch, it ain't alright. No, that's never alright. I never forget how I felt that day when I was looking at the news, and the first thing I seen was somebody said justifiable rape or paraphernalia is they're trying to categorize it as a paraphernalia as a mental condition. It's not a mental condition. Bitch, you sick. You disgusting. Ain't no condition about that. It ain't nothing you can sit there and try to justify about that, bro. Nah, man. We ain't gotta do all that. That would have been, if I was in office, that would have been a 5-second conversation. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. Go ahead with that bullshit. Like, nah, like you're not even about to waste my time with this. Like, and I'm a big, strong believer that, hey, we should be have the ability to listen and speak out our differences and and just hear out everybody, and see what different people's point of view is. But nah, my nigga, certain shit I'm not listening to. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing none of that. Niggas said we ain't doing none of that. I'm not even about to listen to you. Like certain shit, we don't even need to listen about it. There's nothing to talk about. And that's, as people, righteous people, that's the type of mentality we gotta start having, man. Like, we need to stop being so acceptable. So we need to stop being so understanding. We need to stop trying to listen to one another to understand everything. If it's a certain situation, and I take my own fault in doing it, because like I say, I have been that person for a long time. But when you know better, and when you're learning, and when you're evolving, you make different decisions. Certain shit, if certain conversations that people want to come up and talk with us about that doesn't align with the form of righteousness that we align with, then guess what? We ain't got shit to talk about. No, let's cut this conversation right now, motherfucker. We don't gotta go no further. Fuck that. I don't want to hear it. I don't even want you to transfer that energy into the same room as me, because I fuck around, it might go up my nose or something, and I might start getting some understanding of it. I don't want to get no understanding of this weirdo shit. Man, we gotta stop being man. We gotta stop letting these weirdos take over, bro. Cause it's real. I mean, they sophisticated weirdos too. They smart weirdos. I give them that. To say they weirdos, they smart. But it ain't honorable, man. And all praise to Allah. Allah sees all. And one thing he don't do, he ain't gonna let it slide around too long. But at the end of the day, fate without work is dead, man. I depend on Allah for a lot of things. But there's gonna have to come a time and a moment where Allah wants us to showcase to him how loyal we are to him. Are we willing to stand up for, in the words of righteousness? Are we willing to go into any situation with only ourselves and Him as our protector, man? And that's what it's all about. This shit been going on too long, man. Too long. And it's sad. It's really, really sad. But eventually, righteousness always wins. Righteousness always on the victory side. It's only so long that you can try to do certain things, and only so long that people can try to utilize and manipulate ways in order to get a personal gain before Allah and just the cycle of life takes it away. That's just the way it is. But I'm going to be real with y'all. The older I get, the less patient I do get. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, man. But the premise and the concept behind this is, let's stop normalizing this shit, man. Let's embrace righteousness. Let's go out. Let's find and connect with other righteous people, other righteous businesses, other righteous entrepreneurs, and let's support that, man. Let's connect with each other. Let's support each other. My cousin called me not too long ago about reconnecting via Zoom and you know, doing certain things so we can relearn each other, man. Let's relearn normal. Let's showcase what normal actually is, because the way of the world right now is not normal. I don't give a fuck what you say. I don't give a fuck how you try to convince it. It ain't normal. And I will stand on that to the end of time. Let's work together, man. Go out there, connect with people. Find you some righteous businesses. Find you some righteous, anything that you do for your daily living. Find it, support it, connect, and let's build empires, man. Because these weirdos, they've been winning for a long time. And it's getting more so and more so. They winning more every day, man. Every day. It's not a game. Our kids are at risk. You know, everything are at risk now. Like, because they don't give a fuck. The weirdos and the motherfuckers who don't live with the same type of code as the code of the righteousness, they don't care. They gonna keep taking. They don't have a limit. If they can take your children, they gonna take your children. If they can take your wife, your husband, they gonna take them. If they can take your business, they gonna take them. Man, they even taking our history. They taking people's history out here. Think about it. But happy Wednesday. I had to get that off my mind, man, and I had to just make sure I expressed that. Peace and blessings. Praise Allah. Don't be a fucking weirdo. Please. Don't support weirdos. Amen.